Hello, welcome back. We're playing Thrace again in Imperator Rome. And we passed quite a bit of time. We are now in the rule of the son of our previous king, Antisthenes, son of Agathocles. And we've wrapped up our campaigns in Asia Minor now. I decided to wrap up and finish conquering these cities down here that were still not part of our lovely little Thraco-Macedonian Empire. And well, the time has come to strike Macedon, considering that Euboea here, which was the Nesiotic League, took a bunch of territory from them. We'll take territory from them too, don't worry, but we are going to stick the final nail in the coffin of the Antigonids. And to do that, we went ahead and got the cohorts innovation and switched our law to royal army so that we could raise a legion for each one of the regions we control, which is, well, a decent amount of regions. So we have our main Thracian legion down here, which is now 25,000 men. The Stratos of Bithynia and Paphlagonia, which is 7,500 men strong. The Army of Asia, which is 14,000 men strong, and the Army of Macedonia, which is 6,000 men strong. Plus, just in case, we hired a group of mercenaries, which is 11,000 men. We're still making really good money, and we're going to go ahead and start the war. We're going to make the war goal Paeonia. And we're going to... we would call Athens into the war, but they're already at war with Macedon. So let's just make sure we stop all the drilling. And start the war. Get the Army of Asia started on that siege. Send the Army of Bithynia over there. We're going to send the mercenaries into Thessalonica and send the Thracian army, the main army, into Pella. Splendid. We love a little extra stability. We're always willing to export more goods. Teehee. Looks like they don't even have a fort on Pella. How unfortunate for them. How unfortunate for them. And we got another import route. And it looks like we lost one of our stone import routes. So we'll go ahead and just get that back up to a surplus. Up to a nice healthy surplus. And now we just need to sit this one out and wait the siege out. Though I've got enough forces in the rear as quick reaction here. We could go ahead and siege Stoboy. And possibly take land from them as well, from Stobi. So we're war with them, with Stobi, with Corcyra, and Achaia. Alright, religious advances. Let's go. Let's see here. I would like to start moving down towards the military branch here, but also towards the conversion branch. So we're going to take Grand Temples, get that build cost. And I think we'll go for the religious conversion first, because we still have a lot of pops out here still to convert to Hellenic. And, of course, we've still got a lot of culture converting to do, especially out here in Asia Minor. But I'm determined to do it rather than just integrating more and more cultures, because that does, of course, give stacking penalties as well. Send the mercenaries in there to cause a little chaos. Get a little silly with it. Beautiful, beautiful. Rome wants to import some stone. Absolutely. More money for the coffers. Let's see. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, terrible indecencies perpetrated on slaves at debauched gatherings honoring Dionysus. Yeah, we'll give a token inquiry. Why not? Just a token inquiry. Also, by the way, our capital, Lysimachia, has become an absolute wonder of the world in itself, with 143 pops and 67 buildings. Truly has become the city of the world's desire. I mean, let's compare that to Rome. How's Rome doing? 65 pops and 9 buildings. Admittedly, the AI is not very good at development, but sheesh. All right. Just goes to show that we are going to be the true world power here, not Rome, and definitely not Macedon. Though we're going to probably eventually just flip to being Macedon, since that is the kind of the whole shtick of being one of the successor states, one of the Diadochi states, is that we're the successors of the Macedonian Empire. Oh, and our candidate to the Olympics came home victorious. Excellent. Excellent. And so now it's become clear that, you know, we're going to essentially take over the Macedonian throne, take over hegemony over Greece, and, well, essentially become the one real remaining legacy of Alexander the Great, considering that the Ptolemies are actually just had some breakaways. That's crazy. What are you doing, Ptolemy the Fourth? And of course, the Seleucids fell quite quickly into being the Persian kingdom, though it was still Hellenic. And it's still under the heritage of Seleucus, but it's now the Marinid dynasty. But they're quickly getting eaten up by the Parthians. So if there's going to be any real successor to Yeah, Alexander's legacy here. It's gonna be us. We're gonna be the last men standing out of all of this. And so be it. Definitely, definitely gonna be a lot different than how the real history went. That's for sure. That is absolutely for sure. And we got another import route. So let's go ahead and import. Oh, let's see. We're importing most of the important stuff already. But yeah, why not? We'll start importing some steppe horses from the Allans. All right, excellent. Now, if I were to offer peace right now, for all this, they would still accept. The city of Pella has finally fallen to our troops and is now in our hands. It was a relatively minor city compared to its southern neighbors until the sudden rise of Macedonian power. After the campaigns of Philip II and his son Alexander, the city became one of the richest and most important Greek trade ports, and home to Macedonian culture that spread all through Persia. We could be a merciful conqueror. We could take a few treasures home, and we could sack it. We're gonna leave it as it was. We're not a cruel conqueror. We came to liberate what is only our right. Cough, cough. Wink, wink. And now the next matter at hand, the next real question to answer is going to be, what of Greece? We have claims on Amathia and Thessaly. So we should go after Euboea first. They just have a tributary, and that's it. That is really it. So I think we should just kind of chain war them. Go straight in after them. We'll then take some time to consolidate and build up relations with some of these, because our next mission, the Hellenic League, will offer every free Greek state in mainland Greece which is at peace to become part of a combined Hellenic subject of Thrace. Now, of course, Athens is already our ally. We will just have to, get relations with them up a little bit more, and I'm sure they will accept. But I'd like to push some of the other Greek states in that direction too, but I think we're going to do that after we take our claimed land, and maybe a little more, from Euboea. Euboea. Oreos. That's where those delicious, heavily processed snack cookies came from. Confound it. We'll make Amathia the war goal. We're not going to call in Athens for this, because I don't want them sniping. And we're going in. Send in the legion, send in the mercs, and have the other armies follow up behind. And we could take the Oracle at Delphi, the navel of the world. Where's there a... Oh, it's the fort at Pegasi. Pagasai. I'm horrible with Greek. I should get better at pronouncing things in Greek. That'd behoove me, considering my religious tendency, being Orthodox. Yeah, I don't go to a Greek Orthodox church. I go to a Russian Orthodox church, but still. Point being, there's a lot of carryover. I should get better at Greek. So I want to learn how to be able to read Greek and read Church Slavonic. I think that'd be pretty rad. That'd be pretty sick. Now, we've occupied a lot of this, but we need to get them sieges done, and with a quickness. Luckily, we have engineers on all of these armies, pretty much, at least one. So that speeds up sieging quite a bit. See, we get +2 on our siege rolls from our engineer cohorts on the main army, the army of Thrace. Though after taking all of this, the Macedonia region is also going to have quite a bit larger of an army. It will not stay at like 6,000 men for very long after this. We just didn't have a lot of the territory of Macedonia. Alright, well. Oh, glass. There we go. We're importing so much stuff now that it becomes hard sometimes to see what, when we lose a trade, what exactly we lost. Alright. That's that siege done. Probably keep the Bithynian army here in the rear. Bithynia, of course, being this area out here. Bithynia and Paphlagonia being this area out here. We've got a good number of pops right here on this side of the Bosporus. And of course, Byzantium. It's ours. This is long before... I don't think Constantine is going to exist in this timeline, so... We're not going to... It's not... I don't think it'll ever end up being called Constantinople. No, no, no. Samaria, like the Samaritans? Oh wow, the Ptolemies are having some crazy things break free from them. Oh, Scythopolis. The Samaritans. We were talking about the parable of the Good Samaritan a few weeks ago in church at homily. I don't mean to get into my religion, or just religion in general. It's not my religion, but religion in general in here, and just only when it's relevant. I didn't know before that like the Samaritans and the, Judeans were like massive enemies, and that's why the parable of the Good Samaritan is so like impactful, is that this is someone, deciding to help someone who is their essential sworn enemy, where their own countrymen left them behind and refused to help them. I had never really thought of that aspect of it before. Athens is having a revolt. Well, I guess we could send some troops to help Athens while our mercenaries chase the Euboean army around. 7,500 well-disciplined and well-seasoned troops here. Should not be too much of a problem to take them down. Or just chase them into the islands and siege their land down. That'll work too. That'll also work. If we could choke point these guys, that would be very cash money. Alright, Amphissa sieged. Oh, and it appears we've lost our governor of Dacia. We'll go ahead and appoint someone there. And yeah, lately I've really been liking taking the national citizen output from Orpheus. So we'll take that. I'll take a little loyalty hit. I'm not going to let any of these dingle fritzes just, build their own private army without the discretion of the basileus. That would be insane. That'd be suicidal. That would be a little insane. That'd be a little crazy, a little wacky even. Perhaps even a little silly. Alright. Well, I would say this war and its previous little bout of silliness has gone quite well for us. Not to count chickens before they're hatched, but obviously we straight blew out Macedon, and Antigonid Macedon, that is. You definitely need to build a few of these, a couple ports, and a foundry. Alright. I would say go ahead and we'll spend one of our province investments there. I don't know why the Sumerians keep asking for military access. I don't know why. And of course, with all these wars, we're building up a good amount of our military experience. We also gained a few more traditions from the final campaigns in Asia Minor that we did in the interim to take things like Rhodes, Ionia, etc. And we were able to fill out the tree for the Greek kingdom traditions. Now we're almost done filling out the tree for the Greek polis traditions. Just the naval tree is left. So I think we're gonna just go ahead and get that started. We gain a free navy over here. For once, I'm actually going to keep it. What do you mean there's this... The Zodakids now want another position, huh? Well, well, well. Alright. You have anybody that doesn't suck for this position? There you go. There you go. Alright. And that's that war pretty much won. We can start sending some of our armies home. Or at least close to it. While we finish up the occupation. And I'm just going to disband the mercenaries. We're not going to have need of their services for a while. Because we are going to take Thessaly and the remainder of Amachia. And I am going to take that opportunity to take as much as we can into Greece. And since we need to spend some time you know, getting relations up with our Greek neighbors anyways, I think it would behoove us to spend that time also getting our AE down. And of course, helping the Athenians finish off their revolt. So we're going to do that. In the meantime, excuse me, I'm losing my damn mind. In the meantime, we'll also be building up over here, maybe improving our road system a little bit. There's still areas that need roads, especially in Asia Minor. And when we have more to report, or we're ready to trigger the Hellenistic League mission, we will be back. And we gotta assign a governor of Greece, and who better than Andromedes Pyrrhides? So, we'll be back shortly. Alright, we are still in the process of building up, but we've finished the mission tree here. We're about to spend 50 political influence and 50 gold to deify Lysimachus, the founder of our Thracian Diadochi kingdom, and essentially have him replace Zeus in our pantheon. Will be worshipped as the Hellenic deity of culture. Alright, well, that finishes our mission tree, and now we could do a matter of Phrygia or stabilize and grow Cilicia. But I think we are going to take the Argead Empire route, the Hellenistic Empire. So we can already take the barons of Macedon. Upon completion of this mission, we will choose in what manner we want to rule this region. We already have Macedon as our main culture, so that's fine. Thrace in the Empire. To the strongest, we need to build up 100 military experience, and we will gain a legion, and we will gain claims on any part of Alexander's empire, the Argead Empire, or Argead Empire, that we still do not control, which is all this and Egypt. This will start us down a path of really becoming the greatest power in the East. Which, yeah, why not? Why not? But, in the meantime, we're gonna finish our little build-up and integration and everything. Nobody accepted our offer to form a Hellenic League out of all of this, so we're just gonna, they've chosen to do it the hard way. Eventually, we will show them the error of their ways and force them to become part of our empire. But until then, we've got other pressing matters at hand. Alright, we're ready to continue our era of conquest here with Caletrium. We have fabricated a claim against because we need them to take the throne of Macedon. In the meantime, we also raised another legion, the Legion of Moesia Inferior. We have right now building and improving our road system on the kind of northwestern end of our kingdom and empire. So, oh yes, also, we did apparently spawn the Hellenic League, but it's just these three provinces right here around the city of Macedon. So, on to war. To war! We need to scoop up as much of Greece as we can before the Romans do. Lysimachus freaking replaced our, replaced dang old Orpheus. Alright, well, we'll take Hermes for now, for the Freeman happiness. Can I switch this guy back out for Orpheus? I could. I could, because aggressive expansion changes all well and good, but that national citizen output plus 17.2% is insane-o. That's big money moolah, alright? And if we want to continue our massive conquests, we're going to need that massive moolah. Plus, I just like watching numbers go up. Why do we play these map games? Watch our color on the map get bigger and watch numbers go up. At the end of the day, that's why we play map games. Who's closest? I don't want to run the Bithynian army all the way over there. I guess we will very temporarily hire these mercs to take care of that little barbarian problem. Rome wants to import some more goods. Excellent. The more they're trading with us, the less likely they are to declare war on us while we're doing something else. Just one more siege. One more siege. And we've got this in the bag. Good, good, good. Speaking of such, we've also, like I was saying, largely expanded the Legion of Macedon to 13,500 men. And now this war is complete. Good, 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 good. And these guys can get dismissed now that we don't have a barbarian problem to take care of right now. Go ahead and have the Macedonian army build roads, well, in Macedonia. Oof. Our king, Antisthenes, has gout. How unfortunate. The disease of kings. Let's see, we've got another import route. There's very few things that actually benefit us that we don't already have a surplus of. I mean, we could start importing livestock for the pop promotion speed. But just for kicks and giggles, we're gonna import camels. Why? Funny. I don't know. The idea of camels in Greece just tickles me pink. Tee-hee, ha-ha. But now with that conquered and Macedon almost off the map. Oh, come on, they left one province that makes me not able to tag switch to Macedon. How silly. I wouldn't care that much about it, except it gives our capital a bunch of bonuses, which we actually really need. Well, not need, but would like to have. Nothing is going to be, you know, obviously game-breaking at this point, not getting a bonus, but I would like to have said bonus, you know, it would be nice. Keep building them dang old roads. And the Moesian Inferior Army is doing the same thing, and greatly improving our road system here. Eventually we'll build a Dacian Legion as well. I want to get a few more pops in there, though, before we do so. We need a new governor. And our ruler is unmarried. Well, let's solve that real quick. Let's give him a nice wife with decent stats, huh? Yeah, take Dionysia. Hope you like her. We paid a lot of money for her. Oh, that one will get used against me out of context, eh? Alright, let's see. What else to import now? It'd probably behoove us to get that grain surplus back. For the global monthly food multiplier. Beautiful. We'd love to see it. The economy thriving, our country thriving, many conquests being made, roads being built, cities being expanded, our empire stretching from middle Anatolia to the western coast of Greece and up the Thracian coast almost to Scythia. All we're not the largest empire by any means, but we are definitely the most prosperous. Yeah, I'll take a little stability. Why not? Why not? But we're going to sit and wait for a little bit. Hopefully, maybe something can be done about this little remnant of the Antigonids. Yeah, getting his whole kingdom conquered made old Demetrius here quite bald. But while we do that, build up a little more military experience. Jeez, I cannot speak today. What is wrong with me? And all that, we will skip ahead and we'll once again come back when we have something more to report. Alright, well. Rome took out the last little island that was Antigonid Macedon. And now we've claimed the throne of Macedon. And we have a choice to make. We could either adopt the flag and colors of Macedon. We could retain the Lysimachid flag and colors. We could adopt the colors of Macedon but retain the Lysimachid symbols. Or we could adopt the symbols of Macedon but retain the Lysimachid colors. Which that's definitely something to think about. I do kind of like the green, but I do also like that nice blue cut, that darker blue. So I think we're going, and just to switch things up, we'll retain the Lysimachid symbols of our dynasty, but we become the blue of Macedon. We're still the Lysimachian lion, but we are Macedon after all. And there's still much conquering to be done, especially if we want to restore Alexander's empire. Now, the Ptolemies are not doing so hot. Phazan has taken a large amount of their western holdings. They've had all these break-offs in, isn't that Lower Egypt? Yep, Lower Egypt. The Seleucids, of course, just absolutely disintegrated. Absolutely, completely fell apart. And of course, we're going to have to contend with Greater Armenia to take Pontus. Yeah, Cappadocia, Pontica, and the rest of Bithynia at Paphlagonia. And of course, if we really want to go all the way out and conquer all of Persia as Alexander did, we're going to have to contend with the Parthians. The ones that Rome never, in reality, managed to conquer. And suffered several of their worst defeats, too. Though I think we will fare better than they did. I'm sure we get all of our armies that aren't currently building roads to drilling. But we're actually going to move the army of Moesia Inferior up here to Napaca. Oh, it actually moved our capital to Pella. I didn't know it would actually move our capital to Pella. That's kind of silly. I rather like having our capital in Lysimachia. So we're going to go ahead and spend the political influence to move it back and make the... Because yeah, we're Macedon, but I mean, look at that. This is our capital. We're not changing that. Which means we also need to fix our trade. That got messed up by someone else governing it for a time. Unfortunately. Ah! Let me click. Let me click. There we go. And we got one more import route. I will fix the trade situation at some point. At some point when I feel like it. Beautiful. Beautiful. The Lysimachian lion now flies for all of Macedon. It's beautiful. We love to see it. We love to see it. Actually, I'm going to send you to Oiskos here. Let's arrange you a marriage. Is there anybody that's under 50 here? Oh, there, we've got an 18-year-old there. Excellent. Excellent. But I'm going to have you actually build a road across here. So we have two paths over here. The more alternate paths we have, the better for during wartime. And we have built up quite the nation. But time will only tell how long we, or how well we perform as time goes on, because, well, obviously Rome is a massive rising power. Carthage is still quite strong. Though the Ptolemies are dealing with quite a bit of internal strife, they are still very strong. And of course, Parthia. Parthia and Greater Armenia are most likely going to be a big um, big stepping point. Uh, a big obstacle to deal with for complete domination of the East, the Eastern Mediterranean, which is why we're going to continue to try and scoop up Greek territories before Rome does. As you see, they're already attacking the Arcadians. So we'd like to get Athens, Thebes, Corinth, Argos, Epidaurus, and even Sparta, Megalopolis, Sparta and Megalopolis into the fold before the Romans manage to snatch them out from under us. So we probably won't have much of a time skip between this episode and the next as we prepare for a great Greek land grab. We'll just start fabricating claims on some of these. Athens we're guaranteeing. They're being our little butt boy for now. I'd like to absorb them at some point, because we have mostly dominated the Aegean at this point and the Bosphorus, but I want total domination over the Aegean, over Crete, and of course, well, it's looking very, very quickly like we are on a crash course towards fighting Rome. Oh, thank you, another religious advance. Let's see here. Household gods. And then we're going to go down ban witchcraft, assemblies, formulaic worship to get that 15% pop conversion speed. That will be quite nice. Then we can start taking the morale of armies and army morale recovery things. Auxiliary recruitment will be very nice for the levy size multiplier. That will allow us to raise, well, 2% larger legions. Because we're on a crash course now for less small land grabs against small nations, but more massive wars against great empires, major powers at the very least. The political landscape is changing very quickly, and we're going to have to adapt to the times and be ready to fight big, massive death wars against our larger enemies at any given time. We're definitely going to want to continue improving the economy so that we can support a larger fleet. I've been kind of neglecting the fleet for the most part, but if we're going to be fighting, the Ptolemies, Rome, we're going to want bigger and stronger fleets with more heavier ships, or more heavy ships rather. These fleets of just light ships will not suffice against anything other than pirates, which, hey, for the time that we've been controlling the Thrace and now Macedon, that's mostly what we've been fighting is pirates, as far as at sea. So we shall see. And I will see myself out for that one, because we are about out of time for this one. So thanks everybody for coming by. Be sure to leave a like, maybe even a comment, and maybe even subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.